Stay Tuned Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of a drunken degenerate watching the National Football League. Welcome, everybody, to Stay Tuned Sports. As we're ready to watch here, the Kansas City Chiefs and old swinging redwood himself, Travis Kelce, take on the Buffalo Bills from Orchard Park, which is about 20 miles outside of Buffalo, which is a hell of a lot further than East Rutherford is from downtown New York City. Just pointing out that particular fact. My name is King. Thank you so much for joining us here. If you want to help us out, please go ahead, hit that like button, hit that share button, and if you're brand new here, please hit that subscribe button. Helps us out tremendously. Gets us along our goal there of 1,000 subscribers to be monetized right here on the great platform known as YouTube. If you want to help us out in a little bit more direct fashion, we have links in the top of the chat, which is open. Come in, say hi, say hello, say how you doing. Be part of the community here and say what's up. We have links there for our donation station over at Buy Me a Coffee. You just click on the link and go donate. We also have a link for our merch store. Again, those are all in the top of the chat and in the description below this video as well. We have both of those, by the way, in the merch store. I know I've been pushing it if you've been watching any of these, but please, I'll push it again. Get your Fuck the Ref shirts available right now over at the Stay Tuned Sports merch store. Again, the offensive word is already printed with the pixelation there, so you don't have to worry about offending any of your neighbors or church-going individuals, and they'll understand, yeah, you know what, you're fuck the refs. Even God, even Jesus Christ himself hates the NFL officiating. You can go ahead and get those right now over at the Stay Tuned Sports merch store. As I said, top of the chat and description below, we have the link for that. And if you just want to go to bit.ly/staytunedmerch, that's bit.ly/staytunedmerch, you can go over there and get your shirts, hoodie and t-shirt available for your Fuck the Refs from Stay Tuned Sports. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here. And by the way, also, since we're doing this is the second game of 3 today, and honestly, to get through some of these is an absolute grind. And I know some of you people out there as well, whether you're studying, whether you're trying to get through work, anything like that, you have to do things like that as well. And that's why I need you to listen up to me here. You don't need any of the sugar or any of the other mysterious ingredients that are in those other energy drinks. I know it's easy to just go pop a can and be like, so good. And then you're like, wired. But then you're also jittery. We also got a flag in this game to start off on the kickoff. Holding on the Bills. That's going to be the first penalty of the game. Speaking of which, you don't need any of that. What you need is W. W itself is packed with vitamins, and the science-packed Neurofactor helps you think better, helps you pick games better, which I certainly need to do here because my picks are just, I am in my absolute flop era when it comes to this. You need all that, and it has all that without any of the junk. No sugar, no artificial flavors, just pure crash-free energy. Just go to w.gg right now. Use the code STSports for 10% off of your first order. That's DUBBY.GG. And don't forget that code STSports for your discount. W Energy, be better. First down and 10 for the Bills. A gain of 3 yards. As I hit my between game snacks here of a nice sliced apple. Very nice. What is going on there in Cincinnati? 54 seconds left, and the Bengals have scored a touchdown. Wow. Incomplete pass, and now they're going to throw a flag on the Chiefs. They're going to say pass interference on the Chiefs. Oh, no. ELS joining us in the chat and giving us some news here. Yosivas with the catch. Bengals were down by 14 at the 2-minute warning. Come back. Boy, at least somebody's collapsed harder than the Giants have, I suppose, then. Or just as bad as the Giants. I won't say worse. First and 10 for the Bills. 4-yard gain for Cook. By the way, Packers head coach Matt LaFleur, this is according to ELS here in the chat, says that Tucker Kraft's knee injury, quote unquote, does not look good. And that's the last thing you want to hear, not just as a Packers fan, but as an NFL fan. Tucker Kraft has been just amazing to watch in this first half of the season, and you don't want to hear that. Second and 6, and that's going to be a 7-yard gain. Kincaid with the catch. No, was it? Oh no, that was Shakir. Sorry. I saw Kincaid coming back. I thought he had caught it. I'm sorry. I was eating an apple. I love my apples. By the way, also some injury news here. 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan told reporters that his team is concerned that first-round pick Michael Williams suffered a torn ACL late in the fourth quarter of today's game versus the Giants there at MetLife. That's not going to help the MetLife turf reputation. Cook, he's going to get 6, maybe 7 yards on that one. That's going to be 2nd and 3. So they gave him 7 yards on that carry. The Broncos need a last-second field goal to beat the Texans, and so they are now 7-2. But I do not. I mean, the Broncos are not an impressive 7-2 team. You just barely beat the Texans. Eat shit. I'm not a big fan of the Broncos. Cook, he's going to bounce it out to the right side, and he goes to the 40, down to the 38-yard line, and a first down for the Bills as they are now in Kansas City territory. Big run from Cook. Rams up 7-0 against the Saints already, as we see there. No game with the Jaguars and Raiders. 25 seconds remaining there in that Bears and Bengals game. Sorry for being sorry. I really need to get some apples in me here. 2nd and 8 coming up here for the Bills. I'm trying to catch up on what's going on with this Bears game, too, to see if there's... First and 10 for the Bears. 25 seconds left. They're at the 42-yard line. Their own 42. I'm guessing from the return, Caleb Williams is in shotgun. Man in motion. Williams takes the snap back, looks, throws over the middle. That's going to be caught. And he gets away. They didn't tackle him. Down to the 10. 5. Touchdown Bears. Oh, my. The Bears. Looking maybe just to get in the field goal range. They instead score a touchdown. Holy shit. Oh, my God. The Bengals are going to Bengal. Oh my God. Oh my God. Cook, oh boy, on 1st and 10 gets smothered back at the 30-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 3 yards. 2nd and 3 coming up. 2nd and 13 coming up here for the Bills. But man, the Bears going for 2 points here to make it a full touchdown game. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What is going on here? So here we go. 2-point attempt here for the Bears. Incomplete. Incomplete on 2 points. So it's only a 5-point game. A touchdown will win it for the Bengals. But there's 17 seconds left. Trevor Lawrence has thrown an interception for the Jaguars. That's not a surprise. Josh Allen throws, pass wide open. Kincaid, touchdown, Bills. So the Bills take their opening drive and get themselves a touchdown. Oh, did Lawrence throw it? Oh, my God. There was 2nd and goal for the Jaguars. And he throws a pick in the end zone. Oh, dear sweet Lord. Man, oh, man, oh, man. Boy, that kick is just good. And the Bills up 7-0 against the Kansas City Chiefs. Will the Chiefs answer on their drive? We're going to find out soon, right here. As you're watching along with us here on Stay Tuned Sports, that's going to be kicked into the end zone for a touchback for the Bears against the Bengals. So the Bengals will get the ball. It went on the fly, I think, so it will be at the 35-yard line. Oh, man, oh, man. What an end to some of these games here. If you're a Bengals fan, like that hurts. That's a heart ripper. Flacco, deep throw. Was going to be intercepted, but that's out of bounds. It was picked off, but it was out of bounds. So incomplete pass, 2nd and 10, with 10 seconds or so coming up here for the Bengals. As Elos was saying, hey, the Bengals had 17 seconds left. They could score a touchdown. Well, the way that game had gone, you're talking about 89 points have been scored in that game between the Bears and the Bengals. Well, here we go. 10 seconds left. 2nd and 10 for the Bengals. They got trips to their left. Flacco, he's going to look, throws. That's going to be caught. 4 seconds left. Goes out of bounds. 1st and 10. But 4 seconds left. Let's see. Do the Bengals have magic? First and 10 for the Chiefs. Worthy in motion. Hand to Kareem Hunt, and he's going to get 3 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 7 upcoming. Last chance saloon for the Bengals. 4 seconds left. From their own 48. Flacco takes the snap, steps back, rolls to his right, heaves it up. That's going to get to not even get to the 15-yard line, intercepted, and the Bears have survived against the Bengals in a wild game where they had a 14-point lead with 2 minutes left to go at the 2-minute warning. The Bengals came back and took the lead, and then the Bears, looking just to get into the field goal range, go and score a touchdown and win 47-42 over the Cincinnati Bengals. Wow, what a game. 3rd and 7 upcoming here for the Chiefs. Play clock at 5. Mahomes was changing the play. 2, 1. They get the snap off. Mahomes steps back, looks, throws. That is incomplete. Looking for Rashee Rice and incomplete. And the Chiefs will have to punt. Chiefs go 3 and out on their first set of downs. And the Bills will get the ball back. Punt is away. And the Bills are going to return it up to the 30, and that's where they will get it. Crafty in the chat says Flacco spearheaded what should have gone down as one of the greatest comebacks of all time. And as usual, yes. And you kind of saw it on the sidelines with the Bengals offensive players. It's like, what do we? We scored 42 points and came back from being down 14 points at the 2-minute warning to get the lead. And our defense not only couldn't stop them to only a field goal, but couldn't stop them from just going for a touchdown. Like, that's... If I'm the Bengals offense, I'm having a mutiny against that defense. Like, how dare you share the same field as I do when you see what I do every game here and what you do every game here. Let's be honest. Cook is going to get 9 yards on 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills. Going to be 2nd and 1. They're going to give him 2nd and 2, actually, coming up here. Crafty says that touchdown was like the Minneapolis Miracle. Because here's the thing. Even if they tackle them, the Bears are still, like, very close and well within, like, a field goal range. Like, they're not out of it in any way, shape, or form. And who knows, a long field goal kick might take, it could go any way, but like, even so, just trying to hold them even to that, the defense couldn't do. But let alone, you couldn't even stop them to just a field goal attempt. You couldn't stop them from just bouncing off you and running into the end zone. Like, it's just, what do you do? What do you do? And Crafty, I know what the Minneapolis Miracle is. You don't have to explain it to me. I know what it is. Crafty says that the Raiders and Jaguars looking like the predictable ass fest so far that we all thought it would be, and indeed, we did indeed think that would be an ass fest, and it is kind of ass festing itself very assily right now. Josh Allen throws right through the hands of his tight end that's not Kincaid. Jackson Hawes was the intended tight end receiver, that one. Johnson, he's going to gain of about 3, 3rd and 7 now upcoming here for the Bills. Crafty says, is there a football equivalent of mansplaining? I guess I just did that. I think you just did the well actually guy. That's not really mansplaining. You just did more of the well actually. Well, the Minneapolis Miracle. Well actually that was when Stephon Diggs did that. So it's not really a well actually, but it's kind of the same spirit of it. Kincaid, that's going to be a catch, and it's 4th and 2 now. And it looks like the Bills, they are not taking the offense off. They are going to go for it here. They got to get to the 45. Allen takes the snap. He's got time, gets pressure, throws. Incomplete. And the Chiefs have gotten a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs from their own 47. So great field position here for Kansas City. Almost intercepted by Cook. Actually, it's better that he didn't. They get better field position. So just like that, the Bills could have taken a 2-score lead on that drive against the Chiefs. Instead, the Chiefs get the ball back in great field position. Will they be able to get something out of this drive? We will see. Coming up right here after this commercial break from another Kevin Hart fucking commercial. Jesus Christ. Can we stop? Can we stop with the Kevin Hart commercials? Crafty says, why the F wouldn't Allen use his legs there? I don't know. Just decision making. Maybe he didn't feel like it. Maybe. Again, he was this close from getting just blasted in the ass there. So, Crafty says, biggest shocker of the day, in my opinion, was McCarthy lighting up the line. The fact that the Vikings beat the Lions is a shock. It's between that. I mean, the Panthers beating the Packers is shocking, but the Packers have also played very inconsistently. So it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, come on, Packers, like you felt that. But again, you had J.J. McCarthy coming back against the Lions team that you thought maybe was like, oh, they're gonna, they're gonna put their stamp on the division. The Vikings have been really kind of not good, even with Carson Wentz in there. And from what we saw from J.J. McCarthy in his 12 quarters of play before he got injured again was, he had one good quarter in 12. And it's like, all right, well, how could you pick the Vikings in this game? And I don't think you could. But, boy, the Vikings played really well. They go to Detroit, in Detroit, and beat Detroit. So seeing that is kind of amazing. The Panthers have had some good games when Bryce Young starts too. No, they have. And that's what I mean. The Panthers, they're not a good team, but you're seeing the sparks there. There's sparks there. Geno Smith running for his life. Incomplete. Looking for, I don't know who he was looking for. Oh, is Geno down? Duh. So 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. Mahomes gets it to Rashee Rice down to the 35, down to the 34. 1st down, Chiefs. Inside Bills territory. Crafty says the Gamblers got massacred today, even when favorites won. They did not cover. Yeah, no, it's if Hamster was in here, we would have known where the money was going, who was on it, who was not. So I can imagine that it's not. This was a day for the houses. This was a day that the house. And again, remember, the house always wins. So Xavier Worthy out of the backfield. The Bills cannot tackle him. And he's going to get 8 yards here down to the 25-yard line. They're actually going to put him a yard or short than that, which is officials. I got to talk to my brother about this to see if this is a thing with the officials. Like, is this a thing where if the official is trailing the play, they automatically go a yard behind where they think that they went down? Because every time I see the refs get there and then spot the ball, wherever the ball carrier is, and it's like, oh, that's where the knee went down and the ball was here, and that's where he stopped. The officials always put it like a half a yard to a yard short of that mark. It's such a weird thing. I got to talk to my brother about it. He's a high school referee, so. And 2nd and 3. What are they going to say? Did he reach the ball out and get to the first down? It looks like the spot is going to be good for a first down for Rasheed Rice. And let's see. It sounds like by the music they're going to mark him short of the first down. Nope, they gave it to him. 1st and 10. Crafty says the house gave gamblers a relief last week. That never happens 2 weeks in a row. No, you got to have that. You got to lure them in. Hell, you want some money? You want some money? Hey, now take some of that money. Do a double or nothing. Hey, what are you going to do? Yeah, give me that money. Mahomes, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, so it is not a sack. Whoa, we got a flag down, though. We got a flag. What is this? Holding on the Bills in the secondary. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down. 3 flags already in this game. The Rams got their second touchdown of the game. Devontae Adams scores there. And that is a 13-0 game, about to be 14-0 with the extra point. Grift in the chat says, just let it ride, baby. Handoff to Smith. And Smith gets it down to the 14.5. Jaguars, Raiders, still no score there. Good thing I'm not covering that game. Did the Rams miss the extra point? Mahomes hands off to Hunt, and Hunt's going to be just about a half yard short of the first down. A hair. He's just a little tiny bit short of that first down. 3rd and about 6 inches, if you had to be honest. Chris in the chat says, Jaguars, Raiders, still no score, still no interest. They give it to Kareem Hunt again, and he gets it down to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, Kansas City Chiefs. And yeah, Chris, that's still no score, still no interest. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter at Orchard Park. 1st and goal will start the second quarter. The Bills, 7-0 right now over the Kansas City Chiefs, but the Chiefs knocking on the goal line's door. So we'll see what happens when they come back from this break at the end of the quarter. Crafty says, I wonder what moron at Fox decided that the Jags Raiders was the best game to show in the New York area this week. Well, I think it's because I think the other 2 games are CBS games. I think that's the problem. Oh, no, Saints-Rams is – I guess they looked at it and said, well, what is your choice? Saints-Rams, in which you have the Rams – you could see the Rams, or Jaguars-Raiders, which is 2 bad teams, so maybe the game would be interesting. You get back. I guess they decided to go with that one instead and said, we'll do most of the country, we'll do Jags-Raiders, which I'd rather watch a good team play good football against a team that's maybe not as good than watch 2 bad teams fumble fuck each other trying to make a game happen and be horrendous. Or maybe they just thought everybody's going to be watching Chiefs and Bills, so why do we even give a shit? That could be too. Crafty in the chat says, knock, knock, knocking on goal line door. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Knock, knock, knocking on goal line door. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. Is that Hill or is that Shuck himself? Oh, no, that was Hill. Yeah. Taysom Hill gets a big run there for the Saints as they are now into Rams territory. Down to the 36-yard line. Go, Saints, go. That's why, I root for the Saints. I really do. I pull for them. And considering yesterday was All Saints Day, today's All Souls Day, or Dia de los Muertos, which is Pepper Jack loves this whole time. The Halloween, All Hallows Eve, or All Saints Day, and then, of course, All Souls Day, or more commonly known by its Espanolo name, Dia de los Muertos. I just like saying it like that. That's cool. That's going to be a keeper and a touchdown for the Chiefs from Rashee Rice. Bit of a wildcat formation, direct snap there to Rashee Rice, and a touchdown for the Chiefs as they are an extra point away from tying this game up. Might have a good one here at Orchard Park. Butker lines up for the extra point. Here is the snap. Here is the hold. Here is the kick. It is up, and it splits the uprights. And that is now a tie game, ladies and gentlemen. After missing on a fourth down conversion attempt for the Bills, they turned it over on downs, and the Saints took the ball basically at midfield and got all the way down, scored, tied the game up. And now we get to see what happens here in the second quarter. Can the Bills answer? The Chiefs answer? Or will the Bills fold in a billfold? Ha-ha, see? Yeah. And people these days don't even know what a fucking billfold is. Interesting game here. Interesting. This is a very interesting game, unlike the game in Las Vegas. The only thing interesting game about that Jaguars-Raiders game is that they painted the end zone silver instead of black for this game. That's it. That's the only real. Ah, cool. You guys went silver instead of black for the main color of the end zone. Very interesting. Saints, they're moving the ball. They got a first down. Down. Ooh, here's a stat. This is a stat no one wants to see. The Cincinnati Bengals are the very first team since the 1960s to score 38 or more points in back-to-back games and lose both games. And the first team to do it, the last team to do that, by the way, was the 1966 New York Giants, baby. For my team, having won 4 Super Bowls, we have a amazing history of futility to the New York Giants. Crafty says, how long before Zach Taylor is done? I mean, I don't know if it's so much him. Maybe it's the fact that they're so fucking cheap. They don't draft right. The scouting is bad. They don't pay their players. Everything is pulling teeth with Mike Brown. It's just a bad organization. The Bengals are just a very bad organization. And until like that gets fixed, until they can have like a Lions moment and completely turn around the organization, it doesn't matter. It's like, again, I don't think it's the coaching. I don't think it's anything. I think it's deeper than that. 2nd and 9 for the Bills. Keon Coleman with the catch. He's going to be 4 yards short. Indeed, 3rd and 4 upcoming here for the Bills. No, that team I think was back in the 40s. That was 30s or 40s, that game. I think, anyway. Irish Panic in the chat. Great to see you, buddy. Thank you for joining us. Chat is open, by the way. If you're watching and want to join us, say hi, say hello, say how you doing. Come on into the chat. And Josh Allen's going to get sacked back at the 35-yard line. Oh, no.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
So 4th and 5, the Bills are going to punt, and the Chiefs get the ball back. Punt is away. Whee! And that's going to get caught at about the 17-yard line, returned to just beyond the 20, and then cracked down. So, with 12:47, the Chiefs are going to take over. Oh, what's this? There was a flag on the play. Face mask on the Bills. So that's 15 yards from the end of the run, and that's going to give it up to the 37, they say. So a big mistake by the Bills on the punt. 15-yard face mask penalty gives the Chiefs good field position at their own 37-yard line. Oh, boy. ELS, great to see you back. Thank you so much, brother, for joining us here. We've missed you. No bots in this stream so far. So that's kind of good. That's kind of good. Or not, depending on how you look at it. I'd like to see the bots in here. Lets us know that, hey, we're getting around. People are viewing us. We're getting around. Maybe YouTube's recommending us, and that's why the bots are jumping in the channel. That'd be nice. Let's see. We have 3 watching right now. That's nice. Crafty in the chat says, I just checked, It was the 1966 Giants. They lost to Washington 72-41. Okay, so that's not bad. At least we scored 41 points. And the Browns 49-40 in back-to-back games. Yeah, so that's we gave up 72, but still we only lost by 40, 50, 60, by 31 points. That's not bad. When you give up 72 points but only lose by 31, that's not bad. Scoring 41 points. Listen, Washington gave up 41 points. That's not great. That's not good. Oh, that was a big hole for the Rams. Did he just was that a running touchdown? Did he run through everybody on the Saints? Oh no, my red zone is a little bit behind because, perfectly legal streaming. I'm seeing it right now with the Rams at the 39-yard line. Stafford, play action, throws. That's a deep ball, and that's going to be caught, and that's where the touchdown happens. There you go. And that's going to be Puka again. So 1st and 10 for the Chiefs from the 37, and Mahomes goes down at the 30.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
So here we go. 2nd and 16 now. Back at the 30. 6-yard sack. Worthy in motion. Mahomes takes the ball, throws. That is going to be caught. Looks like it was caught at the 50. Where was he touched down? Rashee Rice with the catch. Put him down where? The 47, 46, 48, 47-yard line. So look at that. 6-yard sack on 1st down, and then a massive pass on 2nd down that gets him into Bills territory. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. Actually, from the 46, they call it. Here's a handoff to Hunt, and Hunt is going to get it all the way down to the 32-yard line. 1st down, Chiefs. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. What's my boys doing? Let's see. What are my boys doing? I'm starting Josh Allen in this game, too, so I certainly hope he does better here. Clyde Edwards-Helaire back in the starting lineup here. Well, not starting lineup, but back in the lineup for the Chiefs after being elevated from the practice squad. He gets a loss of 2 yards. That was tackled by Bosa. So 2nd and 12. Big pass by Mahomes. Throws incomplete. Going to be 3rd and 12. I don't know. CBS has a problem with their fucking down markers. They keep on putting the wrong number up there. By the way, still no score in the Jaguars-Raiders game. Just thought I'd point that out. Rams with a 20-3 lead over the Saints. 3rd and 12 here for the Chiefs. Throws, that's going to be caught by Worthy, but it's going to be short of the 1st down at about the 28-yard line. 4th down for the Chiefs, and it looks like they'll bring on Harrison Butker to get the 3 points and to get the lead. As the sirens are just going off like hell here in Bayonne. Something's going down. It's getting lively here in the Peninsula City. And And we've got whistles. Buffalo has decided to go ahead and take a timeout here. Irish Panic in the chat says, and the Jaguars don't even have a sack or turnover by their defense. Yeah, it's just this is just that's just a game of, like we said, it's fumble fucking is like one of my things I like saying. Like George Carlin said, watching that game is probably like watching old people fuck, slow and sloppy. Not great. Rams, like I said, of course, they're up 20-3 on the Saints, but God bless the Saints, man. They are trying. I give them credit where credit is due. Butker back on the field after the timeout, trying to see if he can go ahead and knock this through, give the Chiefs a 3-point lead in Orchard Park against the Bills. Snap, hold, kick. That is up, and boy, that splits the uprights. And it is 10-7. The Chiefs have the lead in Orchard Park, Western New York. BLS says, hey, King, NASCAR right now is more exciting than the Jags game. Yeah. Watching a bunch of rednecks go around in a circle right now would be far more exciting than watching that Raiders-Jaguars game. I could imagine. For some reason, NFL Red Zone keeps on having a split screen here. I guess because there's nothing else on, so they keep on showing the Jaguars-Raiders game. There's only 3 games on right now: Jaguars, Raiders, Saints, Rams, and Chiefs, Bills. And we're watching the Chiefs and Bills. They're in a commercial right now on the switch of possession, since the Chiefs just scored a field goal to take a 3-point lead over the Bills. Dart's really good as a starter, man. He gets a lot of fantasy points. For as bad as the Giants are, Dart is a fantasy point getter. Irish in his chat says, I'm playing the Jaguars defense in my $50 league, so I need them to do something. The Raiders have had the ball too long on this drive. They've had the ball long, and they've done nothing. The Jaguars have done nothing. I'll bet you, again, we're at the 2-minute warning. The Raiders currently have the ball 1st and 10 at the Jaguars 37. Like, do we think the Raiders are going to score here? I'm going to put a poll in the chat here. Ah, it's the old man. He's calling. Hey, Dad, you're on the air. So I just want to let you know that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. What's up, man?
Giants didn't too
They what? They did? Are you kidding me? They did terrible. That last touchdown was window dressing. We lost by 17 and probably should have lost by more. We looked awful in that game. Our defense is garbage. It's a mess. Our coaching is bad. Our special teams are bad. That game was just atrocious. Absolutely atrocious from start to finish.
At this season, I can understand the coach. You got to do something with the coaching. But the team itself, is a pretty solid team. Once they get their injuries, people back.
Well, we're not getting them back. Like I said, Malik Neighbors, he's gone. Cam Scatterbo, he's gone.
Next year, the Giants are going to be a team to
and maybe we will be, but not if we keep that's my worry, especially if we have Josh Allen with a shovel pass gets it down to the 49. Who's that? Hawes, his tight end, he gets it there. If we have the same coaching staff, like if Mara's like, hey, That's who we want. Like we're going to give these guys another chance with a healthy squad. It's like no, like that's not gonna work for me. Like they have to start over. They have to get rid of this coaching staff. This defense should not be getting lit up for the amount of points that they are, and that goes right to Shane Bowen and that defensive coaching and defensive scheming because they're always wrong place called, wrong positioning. Just it's atrocious. It's atrocious. That defense with the talent that we have on that defense should not be giving up 37 points in a game or 34 points in a game.
Up until today, Pittsburgh.
No. But again, the Colts had a bad game. The Colts had a bad game today too. They had 4 turnovers, and that's the only way Steelers win the games. They have to get turnovers. But who
caused the turnovers?
The Colts again. I think the Colts had a bad game. Oh, Cook, he slips out, and he's going to get a first down to the Chiefs 38. But we got a flag on the play. Again, the Steelers. I think this was more the Colts finally had a bad game than the Steelers are good, because I have to see it consistently. And I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it from them. I haven't seen it from the Packers, who lost today to the Panthers. I haven't seen it now. Again, Denver won, but again, they're inconsistent as well. They almost lost to the Texans. They needed a last-second field goal to beat the Texans. They're inconsistent.
Well, the Texans have been playing pretty good as of late.
Yeah, the Texans are not a good team.
And the Steelers, you could say all you want, defense pressure on Danny Dimes today. A lot of.
Well, now they did because they had a lead because they had a lead on him. So you had to be able to go. Oh, what a pass! And he's gone to the 20, to the 15, down to the 10, pushed out at the 7. Dalton Kincaid for the Bills. First and goal, Bills. Yeah, I don't. Again, once you're able to pin your ears back, it gets a little bit easier for the defense for you. So, Irish Panic in the chat, he says the Texans have a great defense, though. Do they, though? I don't know about that. I know you're a Texans fan there, Irish, but I don't know about that. I'm not convinced on the Texans, and their record clearly shows that. First and goal, run down to the 3-yard line for the Bills. Second and goal upcoming.
And the Lions lost today.
I'll tell you what, that might be despite everything, with all the other upsets and everything like that, the fact that J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings played as well as they did against the Lions, I think that is one of the surprising things. Touchdown, Bills, as they run into the end zone, and they're going to take the lead here against the Kansas City Chiefs, currently 13-10, pending the extra point. And the Bills, I'll tell you what, it was looking shaky there, but this game's going to end up being good.
I think this game's going to end up whoever has the ball last.
That could be. That absolutely could be. Because that's what this is looking like right now. So 13-10 Bills, pending the extra point, waiting for that to happen here.
Because both teams don't have a great defense. They got a defense, but they're not great.
But they're inconsistent. They're questionable defenses. Very true. But Kansas City, they've already gotten 2 stops against the Bills. And the Bills now, they've gotten a stop against the Chiefs. So there we go. Extra point is up, and it is good. So the Bills have a 14-10 lead here in the second quarter. 6:39 remaining. And there we go. Oh, wait. Why didn't that save? Come on. Hold on. There we go. Now we updated the score. 14-10. Move that possession arrow over. And ELS, he agrees that he says that the Texans defense is all right and better than what most people think. I don't know. I don't know about that. By the way, breaking news, Packers fear that Tucker Kraft, their star tight end, has torn his right ACL. Set to go additional testing to confirm that, but right now.
The end of him for the season.
Yeah, and that's a huge blow to the Packers. That's really one of the best pieces that they've had all year, and one of their most prolific weapons they've had, especially for Jordan Love. And now to lose him, he was having a career year, and now if he's gone for the year with a torn ACL, That's a huge blow to the Packers, just at a time where they can't afford to lose that.
No, because they've been playing iffy.
Yeah. C.J. Stroud, as far as we know, just is still in concussion protocol. He left the game early on. Didn't go back. It looked like he got knocked out. He was down. His arms went into that fencing position. And so I haven't heard any updates on that, but that's the latest as far as C.J. Stroud's condition. Hey, the Raiders there's a touchdown in the Raiders and Jaguars game. Somebody scored. Oh, my God. Oh, God, that game is terrible. That's a terrible game.
Jaguars aren't a bad team. They're iffy, though. The Raiders are just terrible.
They're both bad. They're both bad. But right now, the Raiders hold a 6-0 lead with 38 seconds left in the first half. It took until 38 seconds left in the first half for somebody to score in that game. That game has been a awful mess. Oh, they got the grass down in the new stadium already, huh? Oh, look at that.
It could be a defensive battle.
No, this is not a defensive battle. This is just two teams that are absolute garbage. I mean, we brought
a lot of steel to this new stadium here.
Oh, is that where you do? Is that where you kept on delivering up north?
Yeah,
when you were
a lot of steel up there.
There you go. See, look at that. Yeah,
and the prefab.
My old man helped build that stadium right there. Look at that, everybody.
And there's a set of stairs up there that Russell carved or sprayed Colleen's name on it.
Oh, that's cool. Colleen, that's my niece. Yeah, she's a huge Bills fan. So now she's got her name up there at that new stadium. Yeah, that's pretty cool. There you go, man. America's truck drivers, baby. Woo! As you know, not the Pajit ones, not those guys. But that's cool. You've been part of a lot of those. You've been delivered to a lot of some of these big projects that I've seen or heard before, and delivering all the either the prefab or the mud or the steel or stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Kareem Hunt on first down and 10. He's going to get the ball up there to about the 46, 47-yard line. 2nd and 3 upcoming here for the Chiefs. And the Raiders missed the extra point. All right, yeah, no, I'll let you go. And
I'll talk to you later.
And I'll talk to you later. Thank you so much for calling, and we'll see how the rest of this game goes.
Yep.
All right.
Take care.
I'll talk to you later, man. All right, love it. That's the old man there. That's the King of Kings giving us a call here, letting him share his thought on how the Giants did and how some of the other NFL games went as well. And Rashee Rice is going to go up the right side and get a first down for the Chiefs. 1st and 10. 5:42, 41, and 40 now remaining here in the second quarter. If you're joining us, thank you so much. I could take this poll down now since the Raiders did indeed score a touchdown, but they did miss the extra point. So, Jaguars, they have the ball. 1st and 10, 35 seconds remaining in the first half. In this game, it is 1st and 10 from the Buffalo 46-yard line. Mahomes in shotgun takes the snap. Back to the 40. He runs. He's going to look and just throws out of bounds. Smart play. Jackson Dart needs to learn how to do that as well. 2nd and 10 coming up here. ELS says, I got a poll for ELS. You got to phrase that. But ELS in the chat says, hey, I got a poll for you right here. I love it, ELS. I love it. He says, will the Saints get a touchdown for the half or for the game? I don't know. That might be the question for that. Irish Panic says, so Pacheco got back. I think Pacheco might be injured. Hand it off to Edwards Clyde-Helaire. And gets a decent gain on that one. It's going to be 3rd and 3 upcoming here from the Buffalo 39-yard line. Crafty in the chat says, well, if you're king, does that make him emperor? No, he is the king of kings. We have me, king. We have all the other siblings that I have. Their last name is King as well. So since he is the king of us kings. He is the king of kings. Behold the king of kings. That should be his theme song whenever he runs and have Motorhead play. Absolutely. ELSS for the game? Yeah. Almost intercepted, knocked away at the last minute, but we have a flag down. We've got a flag down, and it looks like it's going to be illegal formation on the Chiefs. The officials, what are we waiting for here? Illegal formation. It is declined. It's going to be 4th down for the Chiefs. But we had the flag. You throw the flag, it counts. Even if they pick it up, even if it's that. Irish Panic says, bow down to the king on your knees, dog. Bow down to the king. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So 4th and 3. Again, they are on the Buffalo 39, so the Chiefs are kind of in that no man's land. They're going to go for it. Kelce's moving, and we got a timeout here. It looks like the Bills are going to call a timeout. It's their second timeout of the half. And the Jaguars get a field goal, and they cut the lead in half against the Raiders 6-3, and that's going to bring us to halftime there in Vegas. In what is probably just a terrible game to watch, and I'm glad we're not watching that. Rams are facing a 4th and 15 from the Saints' 21-yard line, winning the game 20-3. I'm imagining they'll go for a field goal and make it a 20-point game. Cam Little, 68-yard attempt? No, that has to be like more 60. Was that really 68 yards and he got it? Holy shit. At least there's that. Incomplete on 4th and 3 for the Chiefs. Turnover on down. Both teams now have a turnover on downs, and the Bills take over at their own 39-yard line. Wow. And with that, he hit a 70-yarder in preseason, so this is 2 yards short of the net, but this one made it and made it well, and that is a new National Football League record. 68-yard field goal. Holy shit. Rams lining up to make this a 20-point game in Los Angeles for a significantly shorter field goal here. It's about a 30-yarder for the Rams. Snap, hold, kick is up. That kicker got fucking destroyed. And the kick is no good. There's no penalty for running into the kicker? I guess not, but that was way, way left. Or right. He missed that right, yeah. Oh, no, the kicker didn't get blown up. It just looked like he did. Did they get hit? I don't think so. He just, yeah, that sliced way right. So no good. So we had a kick of 30 yards get missed way the hell over to the right, and a kick of 68 yards. Like just think about that. That's that's like a third of the field, or 2/3 of the field. More than because a third of the field would be 33 1/3 yards. So that would be 66 yards would be 2/3 of the field. So 68 yards is over 2/3 of the field. That's the best thing the Jaguars got going is that kicker. Yes, I remember Paxton Lynch with he was with the Broncos, wasn't he? Quarterback. Irish Panic says the Rams kicker sucks. He already missed the extra point on the day and now has missed the field goal too. That's true. So maybe they'll be looking. Cook, he breaks loose here on first down, gets it all the way down to the Chiefs' 45-yard line. 1st and 10, Bills. Paxton Lynch is going to be signing with the Colorado Spratans? Spraytans? The Spraytans? Was there a bunch of Jersey people? Is the mascot Snooki? The Colorado Spraytans of the National Arena League. The Jaguars have a decent defense. Do the Jaguars have a decent defense, or is just like the Raiders suck? Like I don't know. That's what you have to look at more than just the numbers. The numbers say one thing, but you need to watch these teams play. You have to see how they play and see do the numbers mean something or not? Like everybody says, oh, the Broncos defense is amazing. Broncos defense is great. You watch the games the Broncos play, the defense isn't that great. The other teams kind of suck. Like again, you look at the game against the Giants. Like they weren't great there. The game against the Jets, the defense wasn't great. The Jets are just fucking terrible. Second and 7. After a 3-yard gain on first down, throws it to Shakir out of the backfield, and he's going to get 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Bills. Actually, going to make it 3rd and 2 from the 36-yard line of the Chiefs, and they're going to bring it down to the 2-minute warning. They're not going to run another play, as it looks like here. The Bills are kind of just relaxing, maxing, as it were. As far as this point in the season, Irish, I don't know. It seems like everybody's inconsistent. That's what I mean. At this point, I don't know who has a good defense. I don't know who has a good defense. I don't know who has a good offense. We thought maybe the Colts, but they had a bad game today. Does that negate the last 8 weeks? I don't think so. Everybody has a bad game. So I'm not going to say like that's bad, but I mean when you look at some of these teams like none of these teams have shown to be of the level that we thought they were going to be as that aspect. Like when you talk about the Broncos, like everybody thought the Broncos, Steelers, Eagles, these guys were going to have those unbeatable defenses. And instead they've been highly inconsistent. And again, it's not just me saying this. This is everybody. This is every talking head. Everybody on YouTube you're going to find is saying roughly the same thing of, we don't know who's good, and we're not quite sure who's bad outside of the Jets and the Saints and the Raiders, because everybody from week to week is 1 week they'll look like world beaters. The next week they get crushed by a team we thought was bad, or they'll lose to a team we thought was bad, or they'll barely beat a team who we thought, boy, they should blow that team out. And when you see those kind of things, it's like, Saints, they got a touchdown right before the end of half. So a missed field goal for the Rams. The Saints march down the field, and they get a touchdown, 20-9 with 7 seconds remaining, pending the extra point. The Saints could have a 10-point game against the Rams going into halftime. Look at that. This is why I root for those Saints. This is why I root for those golden helmeted bastards. I love them. Always fighting. Look at that team. Look at that team. They're always fighting. They know they're bad, but they're always fighting. I love it. That's why I tell Pecan, put the paper bag away. You don't, for this Saints team, yeah, they're record-wise they're bad, but this is a team that I think you could be proud of and be like, yeah, we're bad, but we're fucking trying. Every day we're trying. Love it. I love that. I love that for this. I love that journey for them. By the way, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King, in case you wanted to know that. Heard from my dad just a little bit ago, the King of Kings. Kind of cool to have him on the show here. Letting us know what he thought about the Giants-Niners game, what he thought about the Steelers-Colts game, and some of the other games around the NFL as well, which we've had a doozy of a Sunday. Yet again, we have no idea who's good or who's not. Vikings beat the Lions. The Broncos barely beat a mediocre Texans team. Colts lost to the Steelers. Although they made a game of it late, they still lost to the Steelers and had 4 turnovers in that game. Not great for actually 5 turnovers, I think, for the Colts at the end of the day. So not great there. If you want to help us out here, please hit that like button, hit that share button. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Helps us out tremendously as we're on the road to 1,000 and hopefully getting monetized here by the good people over at YouTubes and Google. Google, our fearless overlords. We thank you, Google, for all that you provide for us. Please, please help us peasants out. Chiefs take a timeout after the first down by the Bills with 1:45 remaining. Irish says, good. I need the Saints to stay in the game so that the Rams will keep throwing the football. You need them points. What do you have Puka on your team, Irish? That's the thing. Denver won, but they're not going to be moving up. They're not going to be moving up in my. Let me take a look over here. Shut up, music. I just want to go ahead and look at the top 12 here. Because where do I have the Broncos currently? I have the Broncos at 11. I don't know if I'm going to move them up a lot. I don't know if I'm moving them up a lot. Because again, they didn't really play well. They just didn't play well. They put 5 seconds back on the clock. 1:50 here. Josh Allen steps back on 1st and 10. Throws deep ball. Wide open. Caught. That Dawson knocks down to the 3. 1st and goal, Bills. And they're looking to blow this open before halftime. First and goal, handoff to Cook, and did he get in? Nope, they're saying he's down at the 1. Down at the 1. They're saying he's down at the 1. No touchdown, no touchdown, no touchdown, no touchy. Kansas City takes a timeout. Yeah, that knee's down. Irish panic. That's good for you because maybe they'll put in maybe it'll be a quarterback sneak here for Allen, for both of us because that'll be good for both of us here. As I have Allen as my starting quarterback as well. Allen is under center. Tells his guy to move, and it's going to be a push for Allen, and I don't think he got there. And they're going to say he's short by 6 inches, and indeed he is. Poor Haley. Oh, Haley Steinfeld penis joke. There you go. Oh, I think that went over. Let's see. Oh. I think that, yeah, it's hard to tell. You can't tell from that. I think it is, but it's inconclusive. Oh, I called it a touchdown, apparently. I guess the review, they call that one right there. Okay, that one showed it. Irish said, oh my God, really? Yep. Touchdown, Bills. Josh Allen gets the 1 yard rushing touchdown. Kick is up, and it is good. And that is a 21-10 lead for the Bills. 1:33 remaining in the second quarter. Calvin in the chat says the Tay-Tays need to go down. First of all, how dare you insult the beautiful, the lovely, the amazing Taylor Swift? How dare you? We love our Taylor Swift here, sir. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. What's this? I was just checking something real quickly here, Calvin. Sorry. I wanted to check something really quick. That's all. You do not insult this beautiful woman, Calvin. How dare you? How dare you? We are simps for Taylor here. So don't you dare. I was trying to find, I thought I had one from Showgirl and I didn't. I thought I had one better than that. Although better than that, it's not really better than that. Look at her tits in that. Jesus Christ, she is inappropriate language. Oh my God, inappropriate language. I can't be saying that. Look at her top shelf. Top shelf. Top shelf is top shelf in there. Oh yes, no, we are. I usually have the Taylor counter here, but I don't think she made the trip there to Orchard Park. I don't think she goes to away games anymore. So, not even worth putting the Taylor counter up there. Usually we would have the Taylor counter, but we don't. Jaguars started the second half with a turnover. Hey, that's great. Oh, they just got a turnover. Oh, so the Raiders started with a turnover. That'll happen here. On the kickoff here for the Chiefs, they're going to get it down to the 33-yard line. So 1:26 left here in the second quarter. Chiefs looking to maybe get, listen, even if you get down for a field goal, it's an 8-point game, one possession game going into halftime. You can make that work. First and 10. Trips to the right here for Mahomes. He's going to throw it out of the backfield here to Hunt, and Hunt's going to get it down to the 39-yard line. 6-yard gain. Need to get to the 43 for a first down. Mahomes running for his life, throws. That's going to be caught by Kelce. Kelce gets it down to the Buffalo 41-yard line. 57, 56, 55 seconds remaining. Chiefs rushing to the line. They have one timeout 49, 48, 47 seconds. Mahomes takes the snap. He steps back all the way back to his 45. Big ball. Throws it down. Wide open. Caught by Hollywood Brown. They mark him down at the half-yard line. First and goal, Chiefs. 34, 33, 32 seconds remaining. Oh, my God. Just like that, the Chiefs are right knocking on the door. 20 seconds remaining. Timeout called by the Bills. Oh, my God. Hollywood Brown was a fart away from a touchdown. Oh, just missed it. If he was able to just rip some ass there, it would have given him a little extra air cushion to bounce and get into the end zone. Instead, lands on his ass right at the half-yard line. Jaguars facing a 3rd and 6 from the Las Vegas 16-yard line. Hollywood Brown goes off the field. First and goal from the half-yard line. Did not get there. They tried to run it. No gain. Chiefs take their last timeout. So both teams have used their entire complement of times. Time's out. Times is out. They've used all the complements of the times are out, sir. Jaguars are going to face a 4th and 5 from the Vegas 15-yard line. They're going to go for a field goal here to tie it up. At this point, that's a chip shot for little. So 2nd and goal for the Chiefs. It's got to be the end zone. You can't do it inbounds here. Worthy in motion. Mahomes looks. Oh, I thought he had Kareem. Throws to the back of the end zone. Incomplete. 9 seconds remaining. 3rd and goal. Jaguars kick up, and it is good. We got a tie game in Vegas. Jaguars 6, Raiders 6. Nine seconds left here in Orchard Park. Play clock down to 10. Mahomes in shotgun. Steps up to the line. Calling out a different protection, I suppose, to his offensive line. Play clock at 2. At 1. They get the snap off. Mahomes throws back of the end zone. He was looking for Kelce. Incomplete, and Kelce is down. Oh, he does get up. It looks like he just got a little rattled. And now it is 4th and goal, and the Chiefs are going to have to settle for 3. Oh, man, to have that happen, and you can't convert. You had 1st and goal from the half-yard line with 20-some-odd seconds left, and you could not convert. Oh, that's terrible. That is terrible. So the Chiefs, this is a victory for the Bills. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. So an 8-point game. With 3 seconds remaining here in the first half, it's going to be 8 points going into halftime here. Well, if the Chiefs lose this game, this is clearly a point where you're going to have to say that is where it kind of changed. That's where the Bills won it, and that's where the Chiefs lost it. Big stop by the Bills defense on that series. ELS letting us know what I do see that there. The second half is getting ready to get underway at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Saints currently trail the Rams by 10 points, 20-10, as they're getting ready there. The Rams are facing a 2nd and 3 already. Now it's 3rd and 2. Why is it going back to a score that I didn't have? I just want the scoreboard. That's what I want. Irish Panic in the chat says, let's go. Well, maybe he doesn't say it like that. He just said, let's go. But I added a little bit to it. Let's go. Here we go. So just waiting for the kickoff here. That'll probably end this game. It looks like the Chiefs are going to knock this out of the back of the end zone, I would imagine. The kick is away. And yeah, Butker knocks that into Syracuse. Jesus. So the Bills will have it. 3 seconds remaining on their own 35. Do they do something goofy with it? I don't know. Looks like Kelce took a pretty big hit right to the breadbasket there. And the Bills are going to kneel on this one, and that'll be halftime in Orchard Park. 8-point lead for the Bills, 21-13 over the Kansas City Chiefs. I do believe the Chiefs get the second half kickoff. Raiders are apparently in the red zone, and then they immediately take a 1-yard loss, 2nd and 11, at the Jacksonville 15-yard line. Rams are going to be facing a 3rd and 2 from the 40-yard line, their own 40-yard line. Looking at that Raiders play now, man, Genti cannot get anything going. Why did this go back so far? Yeah, these streams suck. I'm trying to get something updated here. It's still showing me the Raiders at 2nd down, and they're already at a 3rd and 2, or I'm sorry, a 1st and goal. And we have a 1st and goal coming up here for the Raiders. So they were able to convert there on the third down. And first and goal from the 1. Right now, they got us back to the Rams game here. And the Rams, on 3rd and 2, they're going to get a first down. So they keep the chains moving. Rams have 84 rushing yards to the Saints 48. Nice little pound number, but by passing yards, they are fucking murdering them. I didn't get to see even what the whole thing was because they moved the stats. Let me take a look here. $214 passing yards to 75 in favor of the Rams. That was the difference. I can't wait for Election Day so all these political commercials can be over for at least another 2 months until they start all over again. I mean, are we ever really free from these dumbass political commercials? Tired of them. Tired of all of them. Second and goal for the Raiders coming up. All right, let me go grab grab some water here. Let's see. Kelly in the chat says Mahomes blew it. That's all on him. I guess so, Kelly here. By the way, Kelly, thank you for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King. Fantastic to have you here with us. If you want, hit that like, hit the share, and if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. It's great to have you here. Having those 3 opportunities there, it looked like there were on that one. I believe it was the second or third down play where he had. I think it was the second down play where it looked like he might have had Kareem Hunt out of the backfield. He could have got to him, but he just didn't look over at the right time and missed that. But I mean, it feels like a wasted opportunity for the Chiefs to go ahead and get a touchdown on that board and to make this game a lot closer at halftime before what it turned out to be, instead of being what would essentially be a 4-point game, making it an 8-point game. And we'll see. They get the ball first in the second half, Kelly. So we'll see if the Chiefs can go ahead and build on that and get back into this game. And again, if they get a touchdown on their first drive, do they go for 2 points? I would imagine so. Or do they, you don't point chase at this point in the game? A lot of strategy still to go on with that. And again, Bills and Chiefs, this game has a long way to go. We are a long way from the finish on this one. So we're going to see what happens here. But thank you, Kelly, for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. As for me, I'm going to take a very quick break. Maybe grab a little bottle of water. Grab a drink, see if there's some food, something I can a little snack on, a little snacky. And we'll be right back for the second half of the Chiefs and the Bills right here on Stay Tuned Sports. punched the mic, but it was on mute, so it doesn't count. Got a banana. See, Kingy, I had a little apple snack before, and I got a little banana snack. See, that's how you got to snack healthy, ladies and gentlemen. When you're doing these streams, you got to snack healthy. Oh, Notre Dame's all the way up to number 10. Oh, let's take a look at the college top 25 here. As we look here, Ohio State remains at number 1 after they crushed Penn State. Indiana, number 2 at 9-0. Texas A&M, they were idle, so they stay at number 3. They stay at Lega before. Alabama, they stay at number 4. They were idle too, I believe. Georgia, 7-1. They beat Florida. Although that was a hell of a game between Florida and Georgia. But Georgia wins. So they're 7-1. They stay at 5. Oregon at 6 at 7-1. Ole Miss at 7. As they are 8-1. Where do we got? BYU at 8. Texas Tech at 9. There we go. Notre Dame at number 10. Oklahoma 11, Virginia 12, Texas at 13. Look at Texas clawing their way back. Louisville at 14. Vanderbilt drops all the way down to 15. What were they, 8? And they dropped them to 15, almost 7 spots or 6. They knocked them down to 6 spots. Did Vanderbilt. That's a shame for them. Georgia Tech at 16. They lost their first game, and they dropped 8 spots. Utah, they're up 7 spots at 7-2. That's 17. Miami at 18 after their loss. Missouri at 19. They stay idle there. USC at 20. Michigan up to 21. Memphis at 22. Tennessee 23. Washington at 24. And the Cincinnati Bearcats round out the top 25 there at number 25. Others receiving votes. Fuck you, Ed. Is Iowa, James Madison, Pittsburgh, San Diego State, North Texas, South Florida, SMU, Houston, Illinois, LSU, and Arizona State all received votes. So there you go. I'll tell you what. There is nothing quite like a good banana. Or a good apple. I like both. I'm a big fruits guy, man. Fresh fruits. I love like figs and plums and dates and pears and apples and oranges, and I always love it all. Raiders, they get a field goal in their game against the Jaguars after they had a goal-to-goal situation at the 1 and were unable to do anything with it. So, again, that game is just... I'm not watching it, and I still feel bad that I have to look at the updates. That's a good banana. It was a good banana. Jaguars, they have a 3rd and 5 coming from the Vegas 42. Rams are at 1st and goal from the Saints' 4-yard line. And the Rams, is that Devontae Adams again? Indeed it is. Touchdown, Los Angeles Rams. Devontae Adams gets that, and the Rams, they're going to take a 17-point lead, 27-10, over the Saints. The 3rd quarter has started here in Orchard Park. The Chiefs get it up to the 30-yard line, and that is where they are brought down, and that's where they will start the first drive of the 2nd half. ELS, yep, we did see that. Matthew Stafford passes to Devontae Adams for 4 yards, grabbing that touchdown. Oh, and just like that, there's a weird ad that they decided to go ahead and put here. So I'm at a loss because for some reason the CBS stream that I have on here decided to go with an ad. So now I have no idea what happened. But it's 2nd and 5 from what I see now. Goes to Worthy in the backfield. Worthy's going to get stopped for a loss of a yard. So it's 3rd and 6. So let's see. We got a Chiefs fan in the chat and Kelly. Let's see if let's see what happens here. If Mahomes can redeem himself in Kelly's eyes. 3rd and 7. From the 34. Patrick Mahomes surveys the field. Takes the snap. In shotgun. He rolls out to his right. Throws. Had an open man. It was in coverage. Tried to climb the ladder. Did Hollywood Brown. But it falls incomplete. 4th and 7. It will be a punt from the Kansas City Chiefs. Irish in the chat says, Adams keeps on taking points away from Puka. Puka's got a touchdown today. But today seems to be Devontae Adams' day. He's had, 2 or 3 touchdowns already? And the kick is away, so the Chiefs go 3 and out to open up the second half. And the Bills are going to get it. Fair catch at the 17-yard line. And that's where the Bills will start with a chance to expand their 8-point lead against the Kansas City Chiefs. Can they do it? Will they put the Chiefs away early here? Or will we have another classic on our hands? That's what we're here to find out, ladies and gentlemen, on Stay Tuned Sports. I'm your boy King, hanging out with you here. We watched earlier the Niners and the Giants game. Sorry for everybody for making you go through that, but is what it is. Now we're watching the Chiefs and Bills, and coming up tonight, everybody's been waiting all day for Sunday night, especially the beautiful, lovely, the sexy Gary Underwood. We will be watching the Seattle Seahawks in their beautiful, beautiful, beautiful throwback uniforms against the Washington Redskins wearing their Super Bowl era uniforms, although they don't have 2 guns on the side of the helmet, which they should have. I think we all agree with that, but they do not. But still, they're going to look very good. They're going to look the way they should outside of the lack of Chief 2 guns there on the side of the helmet. But boy, oh boy, excited for that game. Just for the visual matchup, it's going to be a beautiful looking game. I think the Seahawks probably blow them out, but that's just my thought. And listen, the way things have happened so far, and not only this week, but this NFL season, Redskins probably have a real good chance to win. ELS in the chat letting us know here that Puka Nacua has a chest injury, and that's why we have not seen a lot of him in this game. Irish says, hey, don't say that, to which ELS says, I'm not joking. And to be fair, ELS is not the joking type. ELS is dead serious. There's 2 things ELS is dead serious about: football news and trains. And he's all out of trains. Saints, they have a 2nd and 7 thrown over the middle by Shuck, and that looks to be a first down for the Saints. Look at that, right at the 50-yard line. Oh, that ball even got tipped over the line, but still caught for a first down for the Saints. I got to say, man, I love these Saints. I really do. ELS in the chat says, choo choo, motherfucker. Oh, I love you, ELS. Irish in the chat says, Puka gets hurt every game. There's always something up with Puka. Pecan says, so you're saying there's a chance. I do it. I love you, Saints. I do. I love the Saints. They just fight and they battle, and there's everything about them I love. I really do, Pecan. I know they're 1-7, but I really do like that team. Hila says, "Got you this time." Yeah, you got me. Yeah, you got me to break. You got me to break. So 2nd and 7 now for the Bills after a 3-yard gain on first down. Quick pass here to Kincaid. And that's going to be, again, it looks like Kincaid got 1 yard short. They're going to give him 2 yards short, though. It's like I have to know. Like, what is up with that spotting technique or formula that comes from these officials? I don't get it. I just don't understand it. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, in case you're wondering, Fuck the Ref shirts available right now over at the Stay Tuned Sports merch store. bit.ly/Stay Tuned merch. Link in the top of the chat and in the description below. Allen, he's going to keep that and runs all the way to the 41-yard line first. 36-yard line. Misread the yard markers, but still 36-yard line first down. Bills. Irish Panic says the refs suck. Yes, they do, and that's why you can buy that shirt. Hoodies and T-shirts available. Link in the top of the chat and in the description. Or you can just go to bit.ly/Stay Tuned merch. That's bit.ly/Stay Tuned merch. Get your Fuck the Ref shirts. And by the way, those shirts come pre-pixelated. You don't have to worry about offending anybody in your church group because the bad word is already blurred. Cook, he's going to get a 4-yard gain there on first down. 2nd and 6 upcoming here for the Bills. They're going to mark it actually as a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7 instead. First and goal for the Jaguars to start the 4th quarter. First and goal from the Vegas 7. Pass over the middle. Kincaid catches it first down, but there's a flag. Holding on the Chiefs secondary. That penalty is declined. First down is good. 7 total flags thrown in this game. Again, we count all the flags, not just ones that are counted or accepted. We count even the declined penalties, the penalties, flags that are picked up. If there's incidental penalties or, offsetting penalties, we count every flag, ladies and gentlemen, because every flag is an affront to God and the football viewing world. And I want to make sure that we know how many times these referees decided to throw the flag in the game. Not just what's accepted, but what was thrown. Cook gets a 1-yard gain on first down. 2nd and 9 coming up from the Chiefs 48. I missed what happened. Did the Saints turn the ball over? What happened? Oh no, poor Saints. I thought they had something. I thought they had something going there. I missed it. Allen takes the snap. Oh boy, he's running for his life. And then just throws the ball away. No flags, no nothing. So it's just going to be 3rd and 10 or 3rd and 9. Upcoming CBS for some reason is 3rd and 10. I think it's 3rd and 9. ELS says, live at Vegas, Raiders fans are leaving the game to head to Phoenix to watch the NASCARs. NASCAR's still going? Like, are they still running race? Jesus Christ. Fucking NASCAR. Stop it. Lloyd in the chat. Great to see you, Lloyd. Thank you so much for joining us here. As we're watching a 3rd and 10 play from the Bills. Quick throw to Shakur out of the backfield. And that's going to be no gain on that one. 4th and 9. And the Bills look like they're going to punt. And there we go. The punting unit comes out for the Bills. And so the Chiefs, after they go 3 and out, the Bills got a first down or two. Got just into Chiefs territory. But they get stopped, and they're going to punt the ball away here. DLS says, oh, today's the championship. They don't have a game. They have a race. It's just like, I have no idea what they're doing. Lloyd in the chat says, did the Packers win? No, Packers lost, as did your Lions, Lloyd. A couple of L's from everybody here. And that ball gets punted, and it's just going to die at the 11. Kind of a weird punt. Thought it might have bounced forward or backwards. Instead, it just bounces straight up and then stops, dies right at the 11. So the Chiefs will be facing a 1st and 10 from their own 11-yard line when they take the field again after this commercial break. Touchdown. No, not a touchdown for the Jaguars. I thought it was. It was dropped. Oh, no. That was a touchdown all day. And I don't know who number 84 is on the Jaguars, but you fucking blew it. You're not getting laid tonight. So 2nd and goal. Jaguars going to try it again. There's only been one touchdown in this game, and it had a mixed extra point. Oh, Trevor Lawrence is going to pull it down. Runs it in. Touchdown, Jaguars. And now the Jaggy Jags, they're going to have a 12-9 lead pending the extra point. Again, I would imagine their kicker will hit the extra point as he hit a 68-yard new NFL record kick today there at the beautiful Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. Actually, it's in Paradise, Nevada, just outside of the city limits of Las Vegas. But there you go, the Jaguars with a 13-9 lead now over the Raiders. Lloyd says, King, score of the Giants game was 34-24. The San Francisco 49ers to beat the New York Giants by 10, and it was really not as close as that. The Giants got a late garbage time touchdown to make the score look better than what it was, but the Giants look like ass. And we are ass. We have to accept that fact. From Ian Rapoport, by the way, the Rams wide receiver Puka Nacua is listed as questionable to return with a chest injury. Lloyd says radical acceptance. Not sure what that means. Very uneducated. I'm a very dumb person. We see some Buffalo fans wearing Wingstop Buffalo wing heads. Kind of weird. Kind of weird. So 1st and 10 from the 11. Hunt gets a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up here for the Chiefs. Second and 9. Mahomes takes it, throws deep ball. He's got Worthy. A lot of hand checking, and no. Okay. No flag, they say. No flag. So now we've got 3rd and 9 coming up here for the Chiefs. I guess he looked back at the ball, so I get good non-call. Good non-call. I like it when the refs keep the flags in their pocket. I like it when the refs keep the flags in the pocket. ELS says that you might be slow, but not as slow as the Miami Dolphins. Thank you very much, ELS, for that. Mahomes, boy, he's battling. He's looking. He just throws it down the field, and it's caught by Kelce. Down at the 39-yard line, 40-yard line is where they're actually going to mark it. First down, Chiefs, as Mr. Redwood, the Swift stuffer himself, comes up with a game-saving, drive-saving at least, play for Mahomes as he was running for his life. Big conversion for the Chiefs, 1st and 10. Chiefs go with a handoff here, gain of about 2 yards, or they're going to say 3 yards here on the carry. 2nd and 7 from their own 43-yard line. Rams are facing a 2nd and goal from the New Orleans 1-yard line, looking to go ahead and put more points on the board here against Pecans. Tough, gritty, but ultimately not very good New Orleans Saints. Second and 6 coming up here for the Chiefs. Throws just into the ground, unfortunately, there for Mahomes. I don't know what happened there. But that's going to be 3rd and 6 now upcoming. I think as far as in Dumb and Dumber where Harry and Lloyd are, I think both are equally on the same level of the intelligence. Either one of them can work as either the dumb or the dumber. Oh, and there's a flag now. What are they going to call here? Are they going to say intentional grounding? I thought his hand was hit as he threw it. Boy, these hoes ain't loyal when it comes to the Chiefs. You're not the Eagles. If it was the Eagles, the refs would be on your side. Oh, it was tipped. It was tipped, to be fair, in his defense. I'm not sure about that call. I don't know. Is there a rule that if it... Well, I know the rule, like, pass interference doesn't count if it's tipped. So is it intentional grounding if it's tipped at the line of scrimmage? Like, I don't... Like, I don't... I think that's... If it's not a rule, it should be, but that's a weird call. That's a weird call. And the Chiefs are going to challenge saying that ball was indeed tipped. And I agree. If it's tipped, it's not a penalty. Hamster in the chat says the movie is not called Equally Dumb. It's called Dumb and Dumber. So which one is dumber? I think either one. I think at points in the movie, one is dumb and the other is dumber. And then at other points in the movie, the one who was dumber is just dumb. And the one who was just dumb is actually dumber. I think they flip-flop. I think that's why you can call it Dumb and Dumber, and it works either way. And that's what I mean. That ball was tipped. There's no way that can be. They're saying no review. How can you not review if the ball is tipped? That's a terrible call. That's a terrible call. Oh, the parrot, yeah. Mahomes is going to get sacked back at the 25. I mean, on a 3rd and 16, it's just 4th and 25 now. That was, I mean, listen, whether you're a Chiefs fan or not, whether you hate the Chiefs or not, fuck the refs, because that was a terrible, terrible penalty call. To say intentional grounding when the ball's fucking tipped at the line. And that can happen to any one of our teams, and it does all the time. But, man, Irish Panic, you're right. Fuck the refs. And get your Fuck the Ref t-shirt or hoodie right now over at the Stay Tuned Sports merch store. Link in the top of the chat or in the description below. Go to bit.ly/staytunedmerch. bit.ly/staytunedmerch and get your Fuck the Refs t-shirt right now at the Stay Tuned Sports merch store. Unbelievable. And so the punt is away. And, I had never given it back to the... Oh, that's my fault. So it is now back to the Bills. Ball, and the Bills will have it 1st and 10 from their own 26 after the punt and return. Why does my hair look so wild right here on my right side? It's so weird. So weird. I got to start getting like hair gel or something. I don't know. ELS says King Pecan might have a chance to win his 2nd game of the season in fantasy football. There we go, Pecan. Let's go. Where am I currently? Waiting for my ESPN app to load so I could see where I'm at. I'm sitting at a 92% chance to win because I still got some players here. Right now, Josh Allen's giving me 38.7 points. Genty's got me 30 points, 30.6. Rashee Rice with 17.9. Butker's got me 14 points right now. Steelers defense got me 18 points, so that's a big win there for me. And glad that they were doing that work there. Oh wait, I didn't have them in. Oh, the Vikings gave me 12, so I had the Steelers on the bench, but logically I had the Steelers on the bench because the Steelers defense before today's game was ass. So, but at least both defenses gave me something. At least it wasn't one that was, absurdly bad, like 2 points or negative points like the Steelers had for me with the Bengals. Jackson Dart had 59.9 points. Damn, 60 points there for Jackson Dart. Looking good. And that's why Genty points went up there because he just got a touchdown there as the Raiders have taken a 16-13 lead over the Jaguars. So now both teams have gotten 10 points since it was 6-3 earlier on in this game towards halftime there. ELS wants to is asking Irish, did the Raiders game become exciting? No. No, it did not. So 1st and 10. Bills have the ball here. At the 26-yard line. Hand off to Cook. Cook's going to get up to about the 29-ish. Yeah, about 3 yards there. 2nd and 7. Upcoming for the Bills. Great catch in the Saints game. And that puts the Saints in the red zone. Second and 7. Allen in shotgun. He's got Cook in the backfield with him. Takes the snap. Throws. That's going to be caught over the middle, and that's going to be run all the way up to the 49-yard line. Shakir with the reception. First down, Bills at the 49-yard line, just before the 50. Allen. Play action. Oh, he's got time, but he's running out of it. He looks, throws, sends it off to Keon Coleman, and it's going to be good enough for a first down. It was kind of his safety valve there. Couldn't find anybody open. Got it all checked all the way. 1, 2, 3. Got to your last option there with Keon Coleman, wearing number 0. What? Good enough for a first down, and that's all that really matters. Handoff to Cook here on first down. It's going to be good for 2 yards. .312, .311, and .310 remaining here in the third quarter. If you're sinking along with us to watch the Chiefs and Bills, and if you are, thank you so very much. ELS says the Saints just did something stupid. What did the Saints do? I see. Well, they got Taysom Hill in there now at quarterback. They're going to run it with him, and it was a 4th and 1. That's why, and they turned it over on downs. Bills caught! Elijah Moore gets it all the way down to the 11-yard line. First down, Bills. Is it the 11? Where are they going? I think he's down. Yeah, they give it down to the 10. So it's 1st and goal. It is officially 1st and goal. Allen hands it off to Cook. Cook gets it down to the 4. Lloyd says, I think they're losing purposely to get Arch Manning. But has this season hurt Arch Manning's standing, you think, in the draft? And I don't think he's coming out in this draft. I don't think he is. Hand off to Cook. No, stopped at the 1. 3rd and 1. Well, I mean, of course, it's 3rd and goal, but it's 3rd and goal from the 1. So technically, it's 3rd and 1. Technically. I don't think Arch Manning's coming out this year because I don't think they've played well. I don't think his stack is good. Allen, they're going to push Allen in, and that's going to be a touchdown. And the referees do mark it as a touchdown. Touchdown, Bills. He's not coming out this year. He's not good. Like he hasn't played well enough, and I don't think his draft stock is going to be high enough. And not only that, I don't think he was coming out anyway. It doesn't feel like he was. Every sign that we've heard from everybody has made it seem like he is not coming out. So I don't think he's coming out. Extra point attempt, snap, hold, kick is up. It got a little wonky there, but does end up towards the middle. And with that, it is a 28-13 lead for the Bills right now over the Kansas City Chiefs. It's a 2-touchdown lead, 15 points. Can the Chiefs get back into this game? Or will this be a stampede of Buffalo Bills just running around, but a bunch of Billy boys being little fake cowboys running around? A bunch of Buffalo Bill Codys, which is what they're named after anyway. Lloyd says the Saints would be the first team to get him if he is. I don't know. We'll see where the Jets are at the end of this year. The Jets might pick him up if he comes out. Jimbo in the chat says, I love how no one bitches about the tush push when other teams run it, only when Philly runs it. Because that wasn't a tush push. That was a quarterback sneak, clearly. And nobody jumped off sides. Nobody cheated. Nobody whistled the play dead too early. Nobody had to, like. Let's be real here, Jimbo. Let's be real here. The only reason the refs aren't up the Eagles' asshole this week is because the Eagles are on a bye. I love you, Jimbo, man. You're a good man. You're a good man, Jimbo. We love you. But fuck your Eagles. We love you, but fuck your Eagles. Lloyd says the Jets would somehow avoid him. They like to avoid star players since they've had. Listen, they had Darrelle Revis, Hall of Famer. You know, they've had players. Nick Mangold on the offensive line. God rest his soul. He was an absolute stud offensive lineman that helped them get to 2 straight AFC Championship games. They've had moments, but I mean, again, we're talking about 15, almost 20 years ago now. So, Jimbo says, had it low. I didn't see that. I didn't see an old lineman pull him into the end zone. I don't know what you're talking about. But, Jimbo, if you think that is really bad and hypocritical, you know what you can do? You and your friends can go to the Stay Tuned Sports merch store and get yourself a Fuck the Refs t-shirt right now available. Click the link in the top of the chat or in the description below for the Stay Tuned Sports merch store. Fuck the Refs, both in hoodie and t-shirt form, are available now at the Stay Tuned Sports merch store. Oh, I hit the wrong one. I didn't want to get rid of the scores. I want to get rid of the hoodie. There we go. So the kickoff is away. Chiefs got their work cut out for them. 15 points with only 1:30 left here in the third quarter. They're going to return it up to about the 35-yard line. 1:27 is what is on the clock, and that is what the Chiefs have to work with. By the way, Jimbo, if you're paying attention, Notre Dame up to number 10 in the polls. And, of course, the first college football playoff ranking is coming out on Tuesday, so we're going to be able to see where everybody is ranked and listed and what work needs to be done by these college football programs in order to get into the playoffs. Oh, Mahomes is hit as he throws. They're going to say incomplete pass there. Bills jumped on it, but he was hit as he threw. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. Lloyd is telling me happy birthday for some unknown reason, and I don't know why. Why is today my birthday? No idea what that is. Why are you saying happy birthday to me? That's weird. It's not my birthday. I'm concerned. I'm confused. Is this a different alternate universe where I have a different birthday? Mahomes on 2nd and 10. Boy, the Bills are just laying the pressure on. Mahomes is looking, can't make anything happen. Throws across the middle of the field. Incomplete. That was a very un-Mahomesian-like play there. 3rd and 10. Please explain. I have no idea what's going on. Why is today my birthday? Happy birthday. Am I frosty? Somebody puts a hat on me. Is it my birthday? Frosty the snowman, he bet all that he had that the Lions would beat the Vikings, and now he is very sad. Big pass down the field. Hollywood Brown catches it. 1st and 10 from the Buffalo 33-yard line. Man, the Chiefs just can't stop doing Chiefs-like shit. Never out of it. Jimbo says, I know we had to turn the clocks back. I just didn't know we expected to turn it back that far. No, look, my birthday is in August, so yeah, it's a little late. Thank you for the birthday wish. If it's a belated birthday wish, thank you very much, Lloyd. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I was just a little confused. That's all. It just took me aback. I'm not sure. So 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. Juju Smith-Schuster gets it down to the 31-yard line. 2nd and 8 upcoming here for the Chiefs. as the clock ticks down to 15, 14, 13, and it appears that the Chiefs are going to let the third quarter expire. And so you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. Get the fours out, because we have now hit the fourth quarter here in Orchard Park, Western New York, where the Bills have a 15-point lead on the Chiefs, 28-13. The Chiefs, however, are driving, facing a 2nd and 8 from the Buffalo 31. Will they score? Will they get back in this game? Can they hold the Bills? There's a quarter to go. Let's see what happens. Fours up in the chat. Great to see all the fours up there. Thank you, every single one of you who have joined us here on Stay Tuned Sports, that are in the chat, that are just viewing. If you join us in any way, shape, or form, I appreciate and we love your support. Every single one of us. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. By every single one of us, me, and even Jimbo, even though that Jimbo is kind of on a sabbatical right now. He's a little bit on hiatus. By the way, send all your love to Jimbo right now, please. But we love Jimbo, but he's still part of this. So, again, when I say we, I do mean me and Jimbo. And honestly, Pepperjack, anybody who is here, we do appreciate everything that you guys do, just watching us and supporting us. And, again, just being here, hitting the like button, hitting the share button, having subscribed, all of those things are amazing. And we thank you so very much. And, again, if you're watching us here and you're not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, as we are on the road to 1,000. To hopefully be monetized here on the YouTube and the great people at YouTube and Google, our Google overlords from the Alphabet Corporation there. That is the actual name, I guess. Yeah, Alphabet now. It's not Google, it's Alphabet. So we love them, our overlords, who will hopefully be able to one day pay us, and we appreciate that. And I am not above groveling to people to live. That's pretty good. But thank you, everybody, for joining us, by the way. And yes, if you give us a like, share, and of course, if you have not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. It helps us out tremendously. If you want to help us out a little bit more directly, you can do so. Top of the chat, description below, we have a link for our donation station over at Buy Me a Coffee. You can click on there. You donate more than $110, you get your name in the chat right now. Pecan in the driver's seat there with $110 donated. You want to get your name in the ticker? Donate more than $110. But again, we will take any and all donations. We will give you a shout out right here on Stay Tuned Sports for any and all donations. Thank you so very much. And of course, the merch store. Go click on that. That is bit.ly/staytunedmerch. Link also in the top of the chat and in the description. And that is also where you can buy your Fuck the Refs hoodie or t-shirt right now available at the store. 2nd and 8. Mahomes takes the snap and gets sacked all the way back at the 40-yard line.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
And now it's going to be 3rd and 17 from the 40. ELS letting us know that indeed there will be Sunday night football trivia. Oh, we have an injured Chief on the field. Taylor, not Swift, the offensive lineman, down. So 14:36 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Injury timeout here for the Chiefs. Lloyd saying, I haven't noticed. What, the fact that you did a Mini 2 instead of the Mini 4 or Mini 3? What is that, Mini 2? I did notice. I just didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to give you the satisfaction. I saw what you were doing. I know you're just trying to get a rise out of me. I know you were just trying to get me to comment and say, hey, why are you putting a 2? Where's the 4? I saw that, and I said, you know what? I'm not playing your game. I'm not here to play games. This is serious business, son. What are you talking about? Say it with your chest. Good times, fun times. We're all having fun here. That's what we do, ladies and gentlemen. This is why we have fun. Jimbo said, well, you just did. Well, see, that's the catch-22 of it all, isn't it? You say you don't see it, and then somebody says, "Hey, you didn't notice it, and you didn't see it." It's like, yeah, but I did notice it, but I'm just not saying anything about it. And then they say, "Hey," that's how you lose the game. Man, the Broncos have to be maybe the worst 7-2 team I've ever seen in my life. It's close. The Broncos might actually be the worst 7-2 team I've ever seen in my life. Jimbo says, "Well, Lloyd has sucked you into his game. I don't want Lloyd sucking me anywhere into anything. So let's just put a kibosh and a pause on that." Jaguars leading 20-16 again over the Raiders. There's 2:45 left in the fourth quarter there. Lloyd, we all are. Everybody is. Everybody's dealing with a lot of stuff right now. And, so it's just, that's how it goes. That's how it goes for everybody. So it's just remember, no matter what you're going through, somebody else is going through something just as bad, if not worse. Everywhere. It's everywhere. It's everybody. It's nobody is having any less of a tragic experience in life than anybody else. We're all just on this fucking road of tragedy until it all ends. So that's just it. ELS saying this game is the most exciting of the three. That's why I picked it. Between this, Saints, Rams, or Jaguars, Raiders, what game was I going to pick, ELS? Come on. Just look at the other two games. What game would you pick? So 3rd and 17 from the 40. Mahomes. Back throws. Caught, but that's going to be short. They say incomplete pass, though, so not caught. Let me pull that back. And it's going to be 4th and 17 for the Chiefs from the 40. Yeah, no, incomplete. Yep. Couldn't see that because of the sideline in the way. So that replay shows. And now we have an injured Bill on the field. Jeez, everybody's getting injured here. What is this, MetLife Stadium? ELS says the Vegas one. No, because I don't pick Kansas City one because fuck KC. Okay, geez. All right, calm down, ELS. I'm not going to throw you into a pond or anything. So it is 4th and 17, and the Chiefs know, well, this is it, baby. Got to go for it, and they are with 14:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. 4th and 17. Mahomes steps back. He's going to roll to his right. And the play is whistled dead. The play is whistled dead. Buffalo took a timeout right before the snap. Oh, boy. That was close. Maybe it was just the fact that nobody could hear the whistle because Highmark, Rich Coliseum Stadium, New Era Field, whatever. Very loud there in Orchard Park in Western New York there. Hamster thinks, I think that's what KC stands for. Worthy in motion. We got trips to the right here for Mahomes. He's going to step back. He's going to roll to his right. Now he steps, throws, middle of the field. Wide open is Rashee Rice down to the 10. First down, Chiefs. Oh, and Mahomes. Oh, I thought he was hurt. I think he's just out of his shoe. Okay, I was like, oh, my God, is he wrong? No, okay, he was just putting his shoe back on. Okay. Irish says it's weird that it's dark so early. No, it's not. This is my time. This is my time. Fall, winter, give me 3 hours of sunlight. That's all I need. I don't need any of that. Give me the dark. In the night, in the dark. That's what I want. 1st and 10 from the 11. Mahomes hands it off here to Hunt. Hunt is going to get it down to the 7, and then he's pushed back. So it's going to be 2nd and 6 upcoming here for the Chiefs. They can get a first down at the 1. They can get a first down at the 1. Irish Panic says, what is that defense? I don't know. Yeah, leaving Rashee Rice wide open. Probably not the best defense there for the Bills. Oh, the Raiders run it in. Touchdown. Bowers. And the Raiders take the lead again. 23-20 there in Las Vegas. All of a sudden, that game, which sucked, ending pretty good. Mahomes, 2nd and 6. He's going to pull it down and run it himself. He gets it down to the 2. Almost fumbled the ball away. He's trying to do a shovel. But you're past the line of scrimmage. Can't do that, Patrick. So 3rd and... Where is he? Down at the 3? I think he's down at the 3 or maybe the 2. So it's actually going to be 3rd and 1. ELS in the chat says the Jaguars have no concept of what a defense is. Lloyd says, Bows. Bows. I got that Jersey accent going. Bows. 3rd and 1. Mahomes hands it off. And Kareem Hunt is going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain. 4th and 1 upcoming for the Chiefs. Will they get it? Will they not? I'm going to take the scoreboard off there because I have no idea what the outcome is, and I don't want to know what it is. I don't want you to know what it is. Sometimes that scoreboard gets a little early, and I don't like it. That happened to me in the Giants and Broncos game a while ago, and it kind of ruined the whole experience. So now, I'm going to move it out of the way for now. 4th and 1 from the 2. Mahomes hands it off, and that's going to be a touchdown. Kareem Hunt and the Chiefs. And the game is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. This game is not over yet. And the Chiefs are going to go for 2. Holy shit. They're going to try to go ahead and make this a 1-touchdown game right now. Chiefs are 0 for 1 this season on 2-point conversion attempts. Will they be 1 for 2? Will they be 50-50? Or will this be still a 0% game for the Chiefs when it comes to 2-point conversions? This would still be a 2-possession game if they miss. Mahomes throws. Caught by Kelce. It's a good 2-point conversion, and we have a 7-point game. 21-29. Or 28, sorry. 28-21. What am I even talking about? I have no idea. But swinging Redwood, he got the 2-point conversion. Big conversion there. And the Chiefs needed that desperately, and they get it. The Saints and Rams game is over. The Rams win 34-10, a 24-point victory over the New Orleans Saints. Sorry, Pecan. I love the Saints. I really do. I pull for them, but it is what it is, unfortunately. Jaguars, 48 seconds, 47 seconds, 46. Trevor Lawrence runs it to the 50-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 7. The Jaguars are going to take a timeout here. And there you go. The Rams have kneeled it out. That game is over in SoFi in Inglewood, California. Jaguars with 45 seconds left. I'm gonna move this over again. I'm just gonna. The stats are gone now. Now the scores are gone because we're just here now. So here we go. 2nd and 7. From the 50-yard line. Trevor Lawrence takes the snap. Throws over the middle. It's going to be caught short of the first down, but then he pulls away and steps out at the 35. Does Jones. 1st down and 10 from the 35 for the Jaguars. So the Jaguars are in field. I mean, Jesus Christ, they could be in a parking lot and still be in field goal range for little. 38 seconds remaining. 1st and 10 from the 35 of the Raiders. Trevor Lawrence in shotgun. Takes the snap. Throws incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 35. Down to 33 seconds. Buffalo gets the kickoff to the 20, to the 25, to the 26, to the 27. He's getting pushed to the 30. Gets pushed to the 31. And that is where the Bills will start their drive here to try to, again, maybe put this game away. 2nd and 10. 33 seconds left here for the Jaguars. Play clock down to 1. Trevor gets the snap, though. He's going to pull it down. He's going to run it himself as he slides down at the 30-yard line. 3rd and 5 upcoming here. Jaguars, they're going to have to take their final timeout here. That's maybe a bad play there. If you're Trevor Lawrence, it might be better to throw it away than not. Allen in this game runs it for 6 yards, and fans were looking for maybe a late hit or a push out of bounds. Don't get it. 2nd and 4 upcoming as Allen was sliding down, and oh, he's acting. What an actor. You're spending too much time against Haley. What a piece of shit. Yes, ELS Berlin game next week. I might be doing that. We'll see how I feel. I want to plan for it, but I think I might be doing it. Third and 5 upcoming here for the Jaguars. Lawrence takes the snap. Throws down the field, and that's going to be incomplete. 4th and 5. They're going to have to kick a field goal. So the Bills get a 1st down. Hand off to Cook, and Cook's going to break it out to the left, to the 50, out to the 45-yard line. 1st down, Bills at the 45 of Kansas City. Pete Carroll's losing his mind for some reason. Jaguar, snap, hold, kick is up, and it is, wow, just barely good. Oh, little, he could hit from 68, but apparently getting from, 48 there, got a little dicey, but it's a tie game, 23-23 in Vegas. By the way, 7 p.m. here on the East Coast in our first day of standard time. Back to Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports, watching along with the Bills and the Chiefs, and we're keeping an eye on the Jaguars and Raiders as they look to be heading to overtime. Allen, he's going to get sacked. 4-yard loss on that particular sack.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
And now it's going to be 3rd and 14 for the Bills. Crafty says, how the F does the Jaguars game now have over 40 combined points? Yeah, second half. They woke up. They woke up in the second half. Had us in the first half, man. Ain't going to lie. 3rd and 14 here for Josh Allen and the Bills. Josh Allen takes a snap. He's going to step up into the pocket. Looks like he was going to run it. Now he's not, and he's going to get taken down again. Now they're all the way back in their own territory. Sacked again. 2 straight sacks.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
And that's now a 4th and 18 for the Bills. They're going to have to punt, and this Kansas City defense steps up right when they need it. Was that Tranquil with the sack? And just like that, the Chiefs are going to get the ball back. 7 minutes remaining, and now under 6:59 with the clock running. And they've got a chance to tie this game up. Crafty in the chat. Hamster says, Crafty, last week, the last leg of my parlay was Oregon and Wisconsin, over 31.5 points because I teased it. Oregon was favored by 31.5, and I still lost on a holding call. Bad beat. Bad beats will get you every time. And now the Chiefs, after the punt, they're going to have the ball at their own 13-yard line. 6:46 remaining in Orchard Park. Chiefs trailing by 7. And the Raiders and Jaguars are going to overtime. 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 I'll get that game up here too. I'm gonna get the Jaguars and the Raiders game up here because now all of a sudden this game became interesting. Now I want to see this. Hamster in the chat says, I saw a ticket online that a guy lost $1 million bet by it was going to be $1 million payout on a $10 bet, sorry. But he lost it by 1 yard. That happens, man. That's why they call it gambling. That's why they call it gambling. Hamster says, the Bills haven't beat anyone this year, Crafty. That's why they aren't good this year. You could say that about anybody. You can really say that about anybody this year. Crafty says, I can't believe the Bills gave up a 4th and 17. What a spineless team. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Chefs. Mr. Swift is in motion. Holmes is going to hand it off here. That's going to be Hunt who gets it, and he bounces off some tackles, gets it down to the 21-yard line. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2 upcoming here. Bills had a chance to get him down for very little to no yardage gained, and instead Kareem Hunt, like a bowling ball, just plows through everybody. 2nd and 2. Mahomes in shotgun. Hands it off to Hunt. Hunt is going to turn it up and gets a half a yard gain. Oh, we got a flag down. Flag down. Flag down. They're saying holding on the Chiefs. So that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. So it goes from 2nd and 2, or what would have been 3rd and 2 after the play, to 2nd and 12 now. And the Jaguars get a huge return to open overtime all the way to the Vegas 44-yard line. Oh, no. Oh, the Raiders. Oh, the Raiders. 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line for the Jaguars. Mahomes here on 2nd and 12. Throws, gets Kelce. And Kelce's going to get the first down on 2nd and 12. He gains 13. First down, Chiefs. Gets it to the 24. Sorry about that. 24-yard line. 1st and 10, Chiefs. Jaguars have 2nd and 11. They hand it off here, and that's going to be no gain. No gain, and there is a Chief offensive lineman down on the ground. And the officials wave for a clock stoppage. Trevor Lawrence throws, and that's going to be caught, and a first down from the Vegas 32-yard line for the Jaguars. Jaguars are moving the ball here in overtime. So 2nd and 10 for the Chiefs. They got a couple of injured offensive linemen. Taylor's gone. They've just lost somebody else. I forgot the name. Bills doing a little bit of a defensive kind of flowering, exploding play here. Officials stopped the play before it can even start. Buffalo took their 2nd timeout of the game. So we're still at 2nd and 10. Boy, this game is starting to drag a little bit. Jaguars 1st and 10 from the 22, and they're going to run it all the way down to the 11. 1st down and 10 from the Las Vegas 11-yard line. Hi, Pepper Jack. How you doing, baby? My sweet, sexy baby. 2nd. Now let's try this again. 2nd and 10. Mahomes takes the snap. Quick bounces and hit off his offensive lineman's helmet. That could be a penalty. Wouldn't that be a penalty? Illegal touching? Or they're going to say it was tipped. If it's tipped, then it doesn't matter. No, it wasn't tipped. That's off an offensive lineman. That should be illegal touching. Surprised that's not a flag. So now it's 3rd and 10. Mahomes in shotgun. Rashee Rice in motion. Mahomes steps back. He looks, throws, deep ball, and that is intercepted by the Bills. Bills intercept down at his own 33, but with 4:18 remaining, right when they couldn't afford it, The Chiefs throw their first turnover of the game. And now it is 1st and 10 for the Bills from their own 33-yard line. Hamster in the chat says Chiefs will still win. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. 1st and goal for the Jaguars from the 1-yard line. Oh, and it's a 2-yard loss on 1st down. 2nd and goal from the 3. Coming up for the Jaguars, Max Crosby with the stop. ELS screaming, "Yes, Bills!" in the chat, excited, as he is a big anti-Chiefs individual. Hand off to Cook. Cook's going to get 2 yards on the carry. 2nd and 8 from the 35. 2nd and goal for the Jaguars from the 3.5-yard line. It was a bit of a direct snap, and it's going to be just short of the goal line. 3rd and goal from the 3-inch line. There we go. 2nd and 8. Thrown to Kincaid, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Bills. Move the chains, move the clock. Chiefs have all 3 timeouts. If you're the Bills, you just want to keep getting 1st downs and bleed that clock dry. 3rd and goal for the Jaguars, and I don't think they got there. 4th and goal coming up for the Jaguars. Do you go for the field goal? Or do you try to go for the touchdown here and make the Raiders go 99 yards if you miss it? How do you not get... You had 1st and goal from the 1, and you couldn't get in. Cook, he's going to run. Did he fumble? Chiefs take a timeout. It looked like he fumbled. No, he didn't fumble. Okay. For a second, it looked like he might have got pulled out there. But the Chiefs take their first timeout. They are down to 2. 2:45 remaining. 2nd and 4 coming up for the Bills. Chiefs, boy, the defense needs to stop here. They've been fairly decent in this second half. They need to step up again and stop these Bills from scoring if they want a chance to get back into this game and tie this game up. Jaguars, 4th and goal. They took a timeout here. We're going to see what happens here. Hamster says, I didn't bet anything today because I didn't like any of these games. None of the I mean, again, look at how this week went again. We're in week 9. We're halfway through the season, and we're still dealing with this where we don't know how these games are going to go. We have no real grasp. Thinking of games as upsets is not really upsets anymore because we never know what teams we're going to get week to week. Like the Packers lose to the Panthers, you would normally think that's an upset, but the way these things have been going, I don't think it is. 3rd and 3, Cook gets kind of carried backwards, gets a yard on forward progress. Chiefs take their 2nd timeout. So now the Bills and the Chiefs both down to 1 timeout, 2:39 remaining. Jaguars are going to go for it. Trevor Lawrence under center. He jumps over. He's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. And the Jaguars strike first in overtime. The Raiders have an opportunity. There's only 3 minutes and 26 seconds remaining. Actually, 3:24. Yep, that's a touchdown. What are we waiting for here? I don't think anybody said that, Hamster. So 3rd and 3. So 1st down for the Bills and more, and Cook slides down inbounds. And that's going to be basically the game. Kick is up and good for the extra point. The Jaguars lead 30-23 in overtime. The Raiders are going to have 3 minutes and 24 seconds to try to tie this game up again. Could we have our second tie of the year? Or will the Jaguars leave Las Vegas with a victory and maybe a hooker or two and perhaps some STDs? Could be, perhaps be, what happens there in Vegas. Chiefs take their final timeout, by the way. So they are out. So they took their final timeout, 1st and 10. The only thing left is a 2-minute warning. So at this point, if the Bills, after the 2-minute warning, get a first down, the game will be over. I don't think anybody said that. I don't think anybody said they were going to win at all. I think it helped them. I think everybody said it was going to help them. Nobody said, oh, my God, the Packers are going to be unbelievably great. They're going to be the unbeatable team. I think maybe after the first week against the Lions, we were like, oh, the Packers might be really good this year. But now, ever since then, it's kind of been, boy, the Packers are not playing to their potential. The Packers, like, that's what I mean. I didn't hear any of that, Hamster. I heard a lot of, man, Packers could be really good. If Love gets his game together, the Packers could be better than we all thought they were going to be, but nobody said they were going to be undefeated and run roughshod through to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. I don't think nobody was saying that. I think you're hyperboleing. I think you're being hyperbole. Oh my God, the Raiders! They're going to return it to the Jaguars, 45. Oh my God! Neither of these team special teams are stopping anybody. And now with 3:16 remaining, plus a 2-minute warning to go here, the Raiders are on the Jaguars' 45-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Raiders from the Jaguars, 45. After, I mean, just these two teams are trying to have a suck-off here. Caught for 5 yards. Bowers gets the reception, 2nd and 5. Hamster, I've watched all the talking heads and the national TV shows and stuff like that. Nobody said that. Nobody said that. Maybe some troll Packer fans on Twitter, but that's why you don't pay attention to Twitter comments. Irish Panic in the chat says the Packers need a wide receiver 1, which ELS says he absolutely agrees. Oh, Geno Smith's going to take a sack. So they gain 5 yards and then immediately lose 5 yards. And it is now 3rd and 10 for the Raiders back at the Jaguars' 45. Is Geno going to blow this for the Raiders? Could be. Stay tuned. Let's watch. That's why we call it Stay Tuned. No, again, Hamster, you're saying that, but at no point, and I'm a Giants fan, so like again, I don't have any skin in this game, but I what you're saying is not correlating to anything I saw anybody say. Any talking head, any reliable news source, any of the ESPN talking yappers, anybody on 1st and 10 or whatever they call it, or First Take or First Thing First or whatever. I didn't see anybody say that. I saw that come out today because that was the funny thing. It's like, oh, he's 27, so yeah, maybe just like Favre and Rodgers and Bart Starr, that he'll win their first Super Bowl at 27. That's more of a coincidence than anything. That's not saying it's going to happen. So again, I think you're extrapolating people saying, boy, the Packers look like they're going to be good once they got Micah, to you in your mind saying, oh, the Packers are going to the Super Bowl. That's all I'm hearing. I don't think that. 2nd and 9, and the Bills are just pushing everybody. Now they whistle to play dead. After the 2-minute warning here, it's going to be 3rd down and 7. Clock is running. Two-minute warning in Vegas. Crafty in the chat says, too bad your ass got sad. I didn't say you said it. Nobody said you said it. I'm saying I think in your mind you're thinking people said it, and that's not what was said. That's what I'm saying. Oh, the Raiders get a first down and more down to the 24-yard line. They're going to mark it 23. Tucker gets it for the Raiders, so they're not dead yet. Why is everything got to be so antagonistic with you every day, hamster? My God. We're here to have fun. We're not here to start fights, for the love of Christ. 3rd and 7 coming up here. The Bills take their final timeout, by the way, as they wanted to run as much clock off as they could. Geno Smith steps back, looks at, dropped at the 20-yard line. Yeah, he says my bad, but of course it is. 2nd and 10, 1:17 remaining. Third and 7 coming up. Hand off to Cook, and he's going to get 2 yards. So the Bills are going to be able to kill some clock here and probably get a field goal. And it would end the game anyway, so it doesn't matter. If he makes it, it's over. If he misses it, it's something else. So let's see. Irish in the chat says, come on, I need a Jaguars turnover. Going to be 3rd and 6 from the Jaguars, 19 for the Raiders. 3rd and 7, actually. We're down to 45, 44, 43 seconds remaining in overtime. Snap, hold, kick is up. Is off the dunked it, no good. The Chiefs have a chance. 22 seconds, no timeouts. They need a touchdown. Can they get it? Oh, my God. And the Raiders, Brock Bowers gets down to the 9-yard line of the Jaguars. 1st and goal for the Raiders. And he's out of bounds. Clock is stopped at 35 seconds. Holy shit. We've got so much going on right now. The Raiders with 35 seconds left in overtime, looking to tie this game up. Geno Smith takes the snap. Taking all day. Then just throws it up. And that's caught. Touchdown. There's flags down everywhere. Worthy gets the catch. He's got 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line of the Bills. What's the flag in the Raiders game? Was it a catch? Is it a touchdown? What do we got? Oh, my God. They're saying pass interference on the Jaguars since it happened in the end zone. So it wasn't a catch, but it's going to be 1st and goal from the 1 for the Raiders. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs from the Bills' 40. 17 seconds remaining. Mahomes steps back. Looks. Throws. Deep ball towards the side. Way out. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. 11 seconds remaining. Geno Smith. Hands off. Genty is going to be stopped. Second and goal. Raiders take their first timeout. 20 seconds remaining. 2nd and goal. It's a 2-yard loss for the Raiders. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun. Low snap. He's got people coming up to him. Big ball down the field. Bounce. Oh, incomplete. 3 seconds left. It's going to be 3rd and 10 from the 40. Can the Chiefs pull this off? It's desperation time now. You just kind of have to heave it down there and see. Almost got it. Almost got it. Third and 10. 3 seconds remaining. Here's the snap. Mahomes rolls. He's rolling. He chucks it down the field. It's going to be short of the end zone. Incomplete. And the Bills win. Holy shit, what a game. What a game. We expected nothing less. We got nothing less. And I didn't move the possession as so bad, but 28-21, the Bills defeat the Chiefs. And Brock Bowers scores a touchdown for the Raiders. It is 29-30. The Raiders trail by a point. Are they going to go for two to get the win? Oh, my God. High drama in Vegas. High drama in Orchard Park. The Chiefs fall to 5-4. The Bills, they are 6-2. The Raiders, 2-point attempt. This is it for the game. Jaguars take a timeout. It looks like the Jaguars took a timeout here. Jaguars did take their final timeout. We are not going anywhere until the end of this game. I'll let you know that one right now. Ira says you got to go for two. Not like those sissy Packers. Not like those Packers going for the tie. Sorry, ELS. Crafty says this Raiders game right now is big for the Chiefs. Here he goes. 2-point attempt. Geno Smith in shotgun. Man in motion, takes the snap, does Geno. He looks. He does, it's knocked down at the line, incomplete, and the Jaguars win. The Jaguars have defeated the Raiders 30-29 in overtime on a batted down ball at the line of scrimmage on the 2-point conversion. Jaguars win. Jaguars win. Jaguars win. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, we had a game that we thought was going to be awful. Turned out to be quite the barn burner. We had this game with the Chiefs and the Bills be everything as advertised and more. And now we still have another game to watch, ladies and gentlemen. We have coming up at 8:20. We have the Seattle Seahawks in their beautiful throwback threads against the Washington Redskins in their two gunless, unfortunately, Indian headless uniforms. But, boy, they're going to look like the Redskins tonight, and I am excited for that. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. If you want to, before we leave this stream, hit that like button, hit the share button so you can share our channel with everybody and let them know that we're coming back for Sunday Night Football. And, of course, if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button as we are on our way to 1,000 subscribers to hopefully get monetized by YouTube and then immediately demonetized. But it is what it is. What are you going to do? If you want to help us out even further, links in the description below for our donation station, for our merch store, where you, of course, can go ahead and get your Fuck the Refs hoodies. There they are. Fuck the Refs hoodies and t-shirts available in the link to the merch store in the description below. Until 8:20, ladies and gentlemen, my name is King. This has been Stay Tuned Sports. See ya in a little while.